Hello, cyberspace astronauts. Are you ready to be entertained with pointless jibber-jabber and senseless small talk? If so, then you have come to the right place. It's the Todd Cook Show, starring Todd Cook, featuring Todd Cook, with special guest Todd Cook. Now broadcasting from his garage, here he is, Todd Cook.
Clay Richmond. Clay Richmond. That's his name, Clay Richmond. That's the voice you just heard there in my introduction. That is Clay Richmond providing the voice of the Todd Cook Show. And this is episode 5, and I'd like to welcome you to the best episode of the Todd Cook Show ever. How do I know it's the best episode? Well, just stay tuned and you'll find out shortly, because I try to get better with every episode. And so episode 4 was really good, and episode 5 is going to be even better. I am Todd Cook. I am broadcasting live from my garage in Wichita, Kansas. And yes, I am actually in my garage. I had somebody ask the other day if I was really in my garage or if I was just kind of fooling everybody a little bit. And no, there is no fooling going on here, no fibbing whatsoever. I am in my garage. Our house has an attached one-car garage and a detached two-car garage, and I am out here in the two-car garage. And it's a lot warmer than it was last week. Last week it's kind of cold out here. Now it ain't too bad at all. I do have a hoodie on, but I'm staying warm. I don't even need a space heater or anything, and I'm thrilled that you have decided to join me here on the Todd Cook Show. My email address is thetoddcookshow@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of me, if you want to submit some music for the introduction of this program or for any commercials I might run, some background music, or if you want to submit a song by you or a band maybe that you are in to play on this program, you can do that at thetoddcookshow@gmail.com. Just send it to me in an MP3 format, and I will try to play it on this program. And today we have another song by Scott Allen Knows. We played him, I believe, in the second episode, and we're going to play another song by him this week. They'll be coming up in the second break, so stay tuned for that. I got something else called Kitchen Sinking coming up, and I don't want to explain what that is to you, because that's part of the the concept of this game, and I'll explain it to you when it's time to play the game. It's not even really a game. It's a little bit I'm going to do for you. It's called Kitchen Sinking, and I did it in the last incarnation of this program, and it went over pretty well. I had some requests for it, and so I'm going to do it again on this incarnation of the Todd Cook Show. That'll be coming up later as well. I got my dog here. My dog is in the studio. As I told you at the end of the last program, I'm going to try to get my dog to talk to you folks. He's a basset hound. He's 2 years old. Coming up in May, he'll be 3. But he doesn't talk too much until you put a microphone in front of his face, and then you'll be surprised some of the things that come out of his mouth. And so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm sure you're waiting for that as well, and that'll be coming up later on the program. But first thing I need to talk to everybody about is I need you to subscribe to this program. You can get it on YouTube, of course, youtube.com/The Todd Cook Show, and you can find all the episodes of this program right there on YouTube. You can also find it on iTunes. You just go to iTunes and go to the podcast section and look for The Todd Cook Show, and you will find it there. And also on Podomatic.com, Podomatic.com. You can find me there as well. And the reason I'm telling you this, because you might be wondering, why are you telling me that? I know how to get your show. I'm listening to your show. Well, I just want to give you the opportunity in case other people might ask you, how do I listen to the show? You don't have to just say YouTube or iTunes or Podomatic or however you're listening to the show. You can tell them other means by which they can listen to this program, because however you're listening to it might not be the easiest way for them to get it. So please Spread the word. I need people to subscribe. That is very important to me. You go to YouTube and you find my channel. You can subscribe to the channel. And a lot of you might be wondering, what does that mean? What happens if I subscribe? Well, it's just like if you subscribe to a magazine or a newspaper. Once you subscribe, that magazine or newspaper will show up in your mailbox on a weekly or monthly basis, whatever the publication might be. Same thing with the Todd Cook Show. You subscribe through YouTube, and once a week or whenever a new Todd Cook Show is published, you will get an email sent to you to let you know that. And it's important to me because if I'm ever going to make a little scratch of money on this program, that's one of the ways I can do it, is by the number of subscriptions I get to YouTube. That's how I can make a little bit of money on this. And I promise, a small portion of whatever money I make from this program, whether it's a dime or even if I get really rich and make like a quarter off of this program, a small portion of the money that I get from this program will go to feed hungry children. And by hungry children, I mean my two boys. I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. You will not believe how much food they eat. I'm hungry. My 2-year-old can eat 2 or 3 bananas a day. But anyway, yeah, that's really important to me that you get on there and subscribe. Same way with iTunes. You get on there and subscribe. So when there's a new episode up, you will be informed in your email. And so you can find it right away. My goal is to try to get 25 subscriptions by next week. I currently got 6, I believe. I'm going to shoot for 25. And I don't want to make people feel real guilty necessarily about this. But I do want some subscriptions to that. So if you have not yet subscribed, please do. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might just try to make a couple of people feel a little guilty. Because there are a couple of people out there that I know quite well, and they know me quite well. And I know they've listened to the program. One of them for sure has listened, and I believe the other one has as well. But neither one of them have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so I'm going to try to make them feel guilty about that right now. I wonder if do I have some serious music I can play? I think I do right here. Yeah, let's try this. I don't know how serious this is, but let's listen. This will work. I'll use this. So here we go. Angie in Neon, Kentucky, extreme eastern Kentucky. I'm your little brother. How come you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel? I know you listen. Why not subscribe? Are you trying to make me feel bad? Is this another one of those moments when big sister is picking on little brother? Well, please, subscribe to my channel. It'd mean a lot to me. I'm making you feel just a little guilty, yes. This is a little bit of a guilt trip. But I know that if you feel just a little guilty, maybe you will subscribe to my channel and help me reach that 25 subscription mark. So please, don't hesitate right now. One of your kids will help you do it. If you don't know how to do it, they will show you. Angie, Neon, Kentucky, big sister, come on, subscribe to my channel. And the other person I want to make it feel a little guilty is Leslie, way out there in Connecticut. My other sister. 2 older sisters I have, and neither one of them have bothered to take the time to subscribe to my channel. So please, do that right now. You don't want to make me take drastic actions, do you? I know stories about you and Angie both from our childhood, and I could tell people about that. And it sounds like my music's going to run out, so I'm going to have to start it all over again. But that's okay. I can do that. Because I'm not done with my guilt trip yet. So I'm going to make you listen to the rest of this. Please, subscribe to my channel. I'm your little brother. You're supposed to help me out a little bit. Please, subscribe yourself, get a friend, anybody you know. Try to help me meet that 25-person mark. Or else I will tell some stories about you on this program. Stories that aren't real flattering. Stories that might be a little bit embarrassing for you. Okay, now I think I've crossed the line between making you feel guilty and threatening you. But you understand. Please, subscribe to my channel. I need you to. I need those subscriptions. Whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on iTunes or YouTube, iTunes, whatever the case might be, please subscribe. Seriously, people, I need it. And right now, I'm going to take a short little break before I come back, and I got some more stuff I want to talk to you about, so don't go anywhere.
The Todd Cook Show will be right back.
Hi, folks. It's me, Todd Cook, and boy, do I have a deal for you. Do you have a business or a website, or maybe just an event that you want to promote, but you don't have the money to invest? Well, why not try to accomplish that right here on the Todd Cook Show? Free of charge. That's right. You can run an ad right here on this podcast free of charge. However, once the Todd Cook Show starts to pick up more and more listeners, the free offer will expire. So take advantage now. All you have to do is send your recorded commercial, which is 30 seconds or less, to me at this email address, thetoddcookshow@gmail.com. That's thetoddcookshow@gmail.com, and I will play it as time allows. So send me that commercial now and help the Todd Cook Show, and the Todd Cook Show will help you.
You're listening to the Todd Cook Show.
All right, that commercial will be changing soon, or it might be changing sometime soon. I'm sure it will change eventually, and that might occur sometime soon. But for now, we're stuck with that one until I record another one and get it on the air. My dog is here. As I said in the last segment, my dog is here, and he is ready to start talking. I can see by the look on his face, he's got a lot of things that he wants to say, and I can't wait to stick the microphone in his face so that he can say them. Scott Alanos is coming up. I'm going to play a song called Love, Love. Scott's a very good musical artist locally here in Wichita, plays all over the place, and is a really busy guy. And I'm going to play one of his songs. You don't want to miss that. That's coming up here shortly. Scott Alanos with this song, Love, Love. And I'm also going to do my little bit called Kitchen Sinking. And that will be self-explanatory. Once I get there, you'll understand better what it is. It's actually a simple little bit, but I will explain what that is in the next segment when I get to it. I'll probably finish the show with that, as a matter of fact. So that's coming up at the end of the program. And right now, let's go to my dog. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I always thought that maybe I needed a co-host on this program someday. And until I get somebody, that'll probably be way down the road, and not even really a co-host, just somebody else in the studio with me that I can throw things off of and get their opinions and hear the things that they have to say, and maybe on occasion they'll say something funny, stuff like that, but that's way down the road. But until then, I thought I might on occasion have my dog in the studio, and so I'm going to try to do that right now. Like I said, he's a 2-year-old Basset Hound, soon to be 3, and here we go. Making his debut on the Todd Cook Show, here he is, my Basset Hound doggy named Dozer. How you doing, Dozer? Dozer. Hey, Dozer, are you sleeping? Dozer, you can't sleep. You're snoring again. Dozer, come on. It's time to talk. I got you on the microphone. You have nothing to say? Nothing at all. Oh, man. I'm sorry, folks. Looks like Dozer just isn't going to cooperate. Let me shut his microphone off. I'll try to go back to him later. I thought I'd be able to get something out of him. He sleeps a lot. I'll let him get his little nap in, and maybe I'll come back to him in a little bit. Sorry, that's a little embarrassing. I should have known to make sure he was awake before I started this little bit. But now I don't know what to talk about if he's going to be sleeping. Let me think here. I saw this morning on TV, and this has been bothering me for quite some time. Ever since I was in grade school, we always had, there was always this anti-drug message. Nancy Reagan with her "Just Say No," and it was always seemed to be aimed at kids and children in school and high school. But I think there's a serious drug problem in another community that nobody's talking about, and I need to bring that into the light and let people know. And that problem is there's a lot of drug use in the cartoon creating community. People who create cartoons are obviously on drugs. Have you not seen some of the things that are on TV that our kids are watching? I mean, there is a lot of different cartoons that are all bizarre. And I don't know what you have to shoot into your veins or snort in your nose or inhale or eat or drink or swallow that will make you come up with these crazy ideas for cartoons. But there's a serious problem. We need to not focus so much on the school children and focus more on the people that are creating these crazy cartoons. What do you think, Dozer? Do you agree with me? Oh, man. You're still asleep? I thought you'd wake up by now. Why do you have to snore when you sleep, buddy? You're not ready to wake up yet? You're on the radio, dog. Come on. Dozer. People are wanting to know what you have to say about this. Come on. Drug use. Cartoons? Nothing? You're just going to sleep? I'm sorry, folks. Let me shut his microphone off again. I don't know what's going on with him. I really thought that he would jump to the occasion here, but he's not. But anyway, getting back to the cartoons, I'm sure you've all seen SpongeBob. How do you come up with an idea like SpongeBob? There's a sponge, and he lives under the ocean with a starfish named Patrick, and it's just such a bizarre idea. What about the more innocent cartoons? We got Bugs Bunny back when I was growing up, and some of those types of cartoons. Those are entertaining. Wile E. Coyote, the Roadrunner. You don't have to be on drugs to come up with that, do you? I mean, those are great cartoons. They're really funny. Oh wait, hold on. I think Dozer's about to say something. Is he waking up now? Here, let's try again. Go to Dozer. You like these kind of cartoons or not? Oh man, Dozer, come on, wake up. Is that all you're gonna do is sleep? Oh, this is so embarrassing. I had this whole thing planned out, and my dog is just letting me down and all of my audience. I don't know if I'm going to ever have him back in the studio again. That's it. I'm shutting your mic off. And, when we were growing up, I'm sorry, once again, my dog, he's just not cooperating. Maybe some other day we'll get something more out of him. But, back in my days, we had the Smurfs, little blue creatures that lived in the forest. And they lived in these little mushroom houses, and they had there was like 101 of them, or however many there were, and they were all guys except for one, Smurfette, and then there was a Papa Smurf that they all wore white, but he wore red and had a white beard and stuff, and they lived in this enchanted forest, and they were always being chased by this big evil wizard named Gargamel and his cat Azrael, and maybe the drug problem in cartoon creators started a long time ago, because that sounds like a bit of a drug-induced cartoon as well. All right, I'm getting ready to play Scott Allen Knows here, and I'm going to give my dog one more chance here. Come on, Dozer. The spotlight's on you, buddy. You can do it. Oh, man, this is bad. This is my first big failure of the Todd Cook Show. I really thought that I was going to really entertain everybody out there. Now I feel like that guy on the cartoon that found the singing frog at the construction zone, and the frog would get up and sing, "Hello, my honey, hello, my darling, hello, my ragtime gal." And then whenever it was time for him to perform to where he was getting paid, the frog would just get up there and start croaking like a frog. And so I feel like my dog is always talking to me all the time, and now I try to get him to do it on the air here for the Todd Cook Show, and he just is not cooperating at all. So I'm sorry about that, folks. It's really, really embarrassing. It's unprofessional of me. I should not have even tried it, but who knows? Maybe someday I'll get lucky. No more, dog. I'm done with you. All right, so now it's time to play that song by Scott Allen Knows. You can look up Scott on his website, scottallennost.com, Scott, ALLANKNOST.com. And this song is by Scott, and it's called Love, Love. It is 60 degrees here in Wichita, Kansas. Looking for a beautiful day on the Todd Cook Show. And now here it is, Scott Allen Knows with a song called Love, Love.
Love. 3 a.m. and I'm a stranger in this bed. You float above me like the single greatest thought in my head. I hold you in my arms like a favorite memory of a time, of a place, a magnificent melody, and I love, 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 love when I'm with you. Yeah. When I'm with you. No one seems to notice, in a hurry to get where they're going. No one seems to care if this is dying, if we're growing. I try not to rush you, try hard to understand. When you take your time, you should be taking my hand, and I love, 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 love when I'm with you. When I'm with you. I get lost sometimes in the pools of blue, rings of fire, neglecting your eyes like an ocean, swallowing a sunrise. I take my time, find my way back to the beginning, dizzy and smiling like I'm drunk, the room is spinning. Love, 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 love. Make it if we ever last another breath. We'll just compete for sentences and silences and death. And I'm out on a wire, balancing a strong fear of heights, with the hopes of love and honor and all that's worth the fight. And I love, 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 love. Time, don't wanna crowd your space, just want you to say love, 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 love. Love, when I'm with you.
All right, that is Scott Alanos on the Todd Cook Show. Once again, look up Scott's website, SCOTTALLANKNOST.com. You also look him up on iTunes. He's got quite a bit of stuff up there as well. Scott Alanos on the Todd Cook Show with Love, Love. All right, now it's time for kitchen sinking. As I told you before, I'm going to finish the show with a little bit I call kitchen sinking. And actually, I did not come up with this term. Let me tell you how I discovered this little bit here. I used to listen to a lot of talk radio. I still do. And there was a couple DJs that one day were reading a list that they got off the internet of like 10 things that talk show hosts should never do. Radio DJs should never do these 10 things. And one of those 10 things was something called kitchen sinking. And what that means is that you should not switch topics too often on the program. You should not be talking about one thing, talk about this and that, and talk about everything, including the kitchen sink, I guess is how the term came about. So you're not supposed to switch subjects so often that people have a hard time of following. It's called kitchen sinking. But I here believe that my audience is sharp enough that they can follow along just fine, no matter how many topics I cover or how quickly I might change from one topic to the next. My audience is quite clever enough and quick-minded enough that they will be able to follow along. And so that's how I am going to finish this last 5 minutes of the program here. I've got 15 different topics that I'm going to cover in 5 minutes. And between each topic, you're going to hear this noise to let you know that I am moving on to another subject. So here it is, the last segment of episode 5 of the Todd Cook Show, kitchen sinking. Lady, at the checkout stand in Walmart, you're too slow. Ding. 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 That's way too slow. I want to hear ding, 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 ding. Checkout does not mean lift up every item and look at it and check it out visually. No, it means scan it across there. Come on, I'm in a hurry. Play-Doh and the makers of Play-Doh. Why are your lids so stinking hard to get off? My son plays with Play-Doh quite frequently. There's been multiple times that we bought like a 5 or 6 pack for him. And every time I'm trying to pull off those lids and I'm about to make my fingertips and my fingernails bleed because I can't get them off. The lids on your Play-Doh are harder to get off than the child-proof caps on my medicine is. That's ridiculous. Put a tab on there. Find some better way. I'm tired of wrestling around with Play-Doh bottles. Have you ever had one of those napkin dispensers at a restaurant that is more of a napkin trap than it is a dispenser? You like try to pull the middle of the napkin and you pull off and you just rip off a little shred of it, and you grab another one, you rip off just a little bit more and a little bit more. You can't get a full piece of a napkin, and then you finally get a good grip on it and like 30 napkins fall out all at once. Come on, it's supposed to be a napkin dispenser, not a napkin trap. Make the napkins come out a little easier, please. Gas pumps are rigged to make me go 1 penny over. I know this is a fact because it's happened way too often on me. I'll be going trying to get $10. I'll get up to $9.98 or 97 cents, and I'll click it one more time. Click 98. Click 99. Click 99. Click still 99. Click still 99. Then click 1001. Come on. I want to be able to push in the amount that I want, and I want that pump to stop right on that. I shouldn't be doing this little clicking game with the nozzle of the gasoline. Other people don't seem to have as much problem as I do, but nevertheless, it needs to be changed. Why does my dog insist on pooping underneath the trampoline? There's plenty of room around the outside of the trampoline. There's a garden out back. There's another little area behind the shed that he could poop at, but he always wants to poop on or underneath the trampoline. And the only thing worse than getting down and bending over and picking up dog poop is to crawl underneath that trampoline on my hands and knees and pick it out and then crawl back out and take it to the trash. Why are we still using keys? Little metal things with little notches on them, and we got to stick them in the door. How many times have I come home after dark and I'm struggling to try to find that little keyhole? Should we have like key cards like they do at hotel rooms or where I do at work? It's like this little plastic thing. It's really easy. You just slide it. It's like a sensor on there or something. You don't even have to put anything in anything. It just slides and your door unlocks. Come on. We've been using these keys for like 200 years or something, maybe 400, 500, maybe 1,000 years. I don't know. It's time to get a better technology. I should not be struggling almost down on my hands and knees trying to line up this little key to get it in to the keyhole so I can get in my house. New technology to get into your front door. I'm done with the keys. Who started these rumors that geese or birds fly south for the winter? That's the most ridiculous thing in the world, because I have seen geese flying in their little V formation this time of year, and they're not heading south. And if they were heading south for the winter, they should be gone already by now. My son, just the other morning, I take him out to the truck to take him to school, and he looks up and he sees geese flying across. He says, "Look, Daddy, those geese are flying south for the winter." I said, "Right, son, except for one thing. They're going east." My son cannot leave my guitar case alone. I lay it on the floor in the living room. He has to climb on it. He's 2 years old. For some reason, that guitar case, no matter where it's at, it becomes like a little thing for him to climb on. I put it in our bedroom. He'll go into our bedroom and climb on it. I put it downstairs, and he's climbed on it down there. But I finally have found out the solution to keep my son away from my guitar case. I'm going to wrap it in barbed wire. That'll take care of him. My 20-year class reunion is coming up. It's right around the corner, and I still don't have my homework done. Have you ever had one of those mornings where you had a great night's sleep and you wake up, you feel refreshed and just ready to take on the day? If you have, let me know what that's like, because I've never experienced that once. Mornings are the worst thing ever invented. Okay, weatherman on TV. Your weather thing, it should take 30 seconds or less. Okay? It's like looking at you. All I want is what the weather is going to be. I look at you to find out what the weather is, just like I look at a clock to know what time it is. When I look at a clock, I don't have to wait for 5 minutes for it to tell me what time it is. As soon as I look, the time is there. When the weatherman you get on, you tell me what the weather's going to be like. I don't need all this pre-production, big dramatization of front coming from this way and this squiggly line's going that way and that squiggly line's going to come this way. I don't care why it's going to be the way it is. Just tell me how it's going to be. I don't want to spend 20 minutes waiting for you to tell me what the weather's going to be like. You're the weatherman. You should do that from the very beginning of your segment. Why can't I find a good grocery cart? Every time I go to a grocery store or to Walmart, every cart that I try to push into the store, it's got a big notch out of its wheel. And that's because people, when they gather up the carts outside, and they have that big long train of carts, and they're pushing them sideways. It slides those carts across the pavement, and the wheels get the rubber on the wheel gets ate off from the concrete of the parking lot. Please find a better way to do this. Find carts that don't do that. Do something. But I'm tired of going into Walmart and fighting my cart because it wants to go right and I want to go left. And my son's cheeks, who are sitting on the handles of the grocery cart up top there, his little cheeks are bouncing up and down because the grocery cart's going. It's ridiculous. All right, sun. And I'm not talking about my boys. I'm talking about the sun up in the sky, S-U-N. Listen, son, it's time for you to do your job. You got two jobs. One is to light the world, and one is to heat the world. You do a fine job lighting the world, but when it comes to heating the world, you're not doing your job, okay? I'm getting tired of looking outside and seeing bright sunshine and hearing the birds chirp and the blue sky and think it's going to be a great day, and then going outside and it's 10 degrees. If you're not going to heat the earth, just stay behind the clouds, okay? It's like me going to my job, showing up and saying, okay, I'm here, but I'm not going to do anything. Is there a law somewhere that says that there's nothing good allowed on TV on Sunday? Come on. Sunday is the time of day that everybody's at home. Nobody's out wandering around. We're sitting at home and we're staring at these horrible TV shows. Please, somebody. Football is great. I love football, but football season is almost over. The Super Bowl's around the corner, and then we got the months and months of just nothing on TV. Sunday is a day too. It might not be Friday or Saturday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, but it is a day, TV people. Put something good on TV. For crying out loud, I'm tired of watching fishing and hunting shows and horrible after-school specials. And this is the last one for this episode of the Todd Cook Show. This is how I'm going to end this episode, with this last little topic for kitchen sinking, and that is this. I can solve the Rubik's Cube. Why can't you? Nah, 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 nah. All right, that's it. Kitchen sinking on the Todd Cook Show. I hope that was at least mildly entertaining for you. And once again, I want to apologize for my dog. I don't know what happened there. I really thought that he was going to come through for me, but you got to understand, that's the whole point of that little bit, was to let you know that that's all my dog does. All he does is sleep, eat, poop, pee, shed, drool, and beg to be petted. And he's the best doggy I have ever had. All right, log on next week, and I'll do the talking, and you do the listening. That's it for this episode of the Todd Cook Show. Bye.